Hey ladies, I am so excited to make this video for you today because I can and I care, and I'm just really excited to support you in any way that I can. So today I want to talk to you about 5 traits men want in a partner that they don't always talk about. I know that you've experienced your share of men that maybe have anger issues or emotionally not available, but men have a sensitive side too. And I've noticed that men are bringing more and more balance into their life by embracing their emotions. So even though they have these rugged exteriors or they might come across as stoic, they have a sensitive side too. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because at the core, I believe that men know exactly what they want in a partner. They even have a running list of qualities and characteristics just like we do. But what happens is most men are afraid to articulate what they want because they're afraid of getting ridiculed, or they won't be able to articulate what it is they want. Have you ever struggled with that yourself? I have. And they just simply don't know how to communicate these things. And so it's a real struggle for men with vulnerability and for them to talk about, what they want on a visceral level. So I've put together a list of 5 traits that men want in a partner that they don't always talk about. So let's jump right in to trait number 1. A woman who's tender. I love this one so much because I love to be tender with Michael. So tenderness is the ability to remain conscious, gentle, and full of sympathy. It's creating a space where both parties feel capable of being truly authentic. And without this, it's really hard to create the space that you can be genuine and vulnerable. Though it's so important that you are tender with the man you're dating and the man you're in a relationship with. Okay, so trait number 2 is a woman who listens globally. So what exactly is global listening? It's suspending the urge to respond while he's talking. And so it's listening rather than listening to respond. And there is a big difference, because many times when we're engaged in conversation, especially when conversations get really heated up, and we have a tendency to jump in and assume that we know what the person's going to say. Are you guilty of that? I know I am from time to time. We just can't help ourselves, especially, like I said, when things heat up. And it's so easy to let your emotions flare when your man mentions something that doesn't really sit well with you, causing you to maybe interrupt frequently or lash out. But regardless of these outbursts, men need to know that they're safe with you. And if you start to practice listening globally and curb the urge to speak up, to interrupt, or redirect the conversation, you're going to learn more about where your man is coming from. And that is so important because you really don't know where he's coming from. So try to suspend that urge, like I said, and it'll allow your man to communicate to you more and more on a deeper level. And I'm telling you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you listen globally. You're going to see a huge difference in your man's ability to open up to you, to be more vulnerable with you, and to share his deepest, darkest secrets with you. So there's a huge benefit for you to curbing that urge to interrupt. All right, let's jump into trait number 3. Okay, so this one is a woman who talks nicely to them. So important, right? Because behind all the man's gruff exterior or that alpha male, they need to be with someone who talks in a way that they can hear, that they can digest. And this is where your feather comes in, ladies, because talking nicely ensures that what you have to say, no matter what it is processed in a healthy manner. And that's really a benefit to you. This is especially important when the moments that you don't feel like you want to talk nice. Have you ever had one of those moments? And so if you only talk nice when you feel like it, is it really who you are, or is it a part of who you are when things are easy? So here, I'm going to give you a key and something that I use with Michael. And now hear me out. Don't take this the wrong way. But I want you to pretend your man's your employee. Obviously, you don't want to patronize him by literally treating him as if he's a a subordinate. However, but this should give you a good idea how to optimize how receptive he is to what you're sharing. Because think about it, if you have an employee, you're going to be very respectful, you're going to listen, you're not going to interrupt, you're going to hear them out. And so that's why I wanted you to think of that if you struggle in this area. Okay, let's move on to trait number 4, a woman who respects them. Respect is something that most people, I don't believe, entirely understand. So I define respect as being considerate about their desires, their feelings, and the traits of your man, or the man that you're dating, the man in your relationship with. Because here, face it, men want to be with someone who cares about their desires, and they want to have their feelings heard. And respect makes it possible to appreciate the differences between you and your partner without feeling judged or criticized or ridiculed. When a man feels respected, he is in an optimal position to give to you because he knows his leadership and insights are valued, leading him to desire to give back to you as much of himself as possible. That's why it's so important to respect a man, because it ignites his desire to give to you. How beautiful is that? Okay, last and final trait number 5, a woman who fights for them. Now, I believe that one of the biggest insecurities that people have is that they don't feel worthy of love. Can you relate to that? And yet we still want we want people in our lives to fight for us, especially for our man, and men feel exactly the same thing, especially when the road gets rocky. So having someone who fights for you means you do whatever it takes in a relationship, especially during the hard times. If you only stick around when things are easy, how will your man trust you and know that you'll be there through thick and thin? And how do you expect him to trust you at all? So I know not all men are good communicators and capable of opening up and clearly articulating what they need in a relationship. So if you learn to embody these traits, it'll be more likely that your man will be his best self around you, making it possible for you both to peel back the layers, the defenses, and get to the center, to his heart center, and to the center of his personality, which is really, really fabulous when you can do that. And so in closing, I know that we all want to be known for who we are and accepted at our cores. And when we embody as women these traits, it's going to make your partner more likely to open up to you on the deepest level possible. And you're going to end up bringing the best out in him, which is what we want from our partner, right? We want our partner to help us bring the best out in us. And so that's what you can do by embodying these traits right now. So I hope you took some notes and you started applying these traits in your relationships and in dating. Now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that little bell so that you don't miss an episode when I release the videos. And also, please leave a comment in the section below, because it's so important that I hear from you. I want to hear any feedback or suggestions for topics, and it really helps my channel. So thank you very much in advance. And if you want to head over to engagedatanih.com, you'll be the first to know when I release my next program, which is coming up. So you can jump in if that's something that you feel will support you. So I just want to say I'm so excited to make this video for you today. I just love all of you so much. Thank you for the comments that I do read. They just really, they fill my cup. And so I hope this video helps and supports you as well. Sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next video.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to.